The Indian American Student Association was founded in 1983 by Sam Shaker, with the goal of creating a space for Indian American students to come together, celebrate their culture, and harness the culmination of their two unique identities.
Since its founding, IASA has amassed a rich 40-year history consisting of 600 active members and a vast network of talented alumni founded on the pillars of service, community building, social awareness, and culture. From organizing hundreds of community-wide events to hosting the country's second-largest student-run, non-competitive production, IASA has grown immensely.
Today, we take a look back at how far we've come.
We asked former and current members of the IASA community to reflect on their experiences in the organization. Let's hear what they have to say.
IASA to me has always been a second family. I was able to join it when I was a freshman in college and lucky enough to be on a dance, and since then it was something that I always looked forward to. To me, IASA really became that core group of people that I knew I would always have and always be able to rely on in college. It was really nice having people in classes, people to run into in the winter garden, and just know that you really built a community. So IASA means a lot to me, and I'm still friends with a lot of the people that I met in my 4 years at Michigan, whether it be my senior choreographers when I was a freshman, or the people that I got to elect to my board when I was president.
To me, IASA meant a feeling of community, a feeling of giving back, and a bridging of cultures.
As a freshman coming from Kansas City, I genuinely had no idea what IASA was. I was basically head on into the business club space, and basically I randomly stumbled across IASA when I found a flyer in my South Quad dorm, and I was curious, so I went to check it out. And when I went to the first mass meeting, I met a bunch of people. Everyone was really kind, funny, and welcoming, and ever since then I just got super involved, and I was fortunate to serve in different leadership positions, and it's been one of the best college experiences I've had. So really grateful for it, and I'm excited to see how IASA does now.
So for me, I joined Michigan in 2009. It was the first organization that I joined when I was on campus. The people that I met there were some of the people who shaped my entire time at Michigan and have stuck with me post-college. Wherever I go, there's always someone that I know who I met from IASA.
I don't think it was just one memory. I think it was countless memories. Hours of laughter to the point of crying, stress-relieving pranks with your fellow performers, screaming to the point of hoarseness, and late night sweaty practices in random parts of Mojo, just to name a few.
That's a hard one. The volley show every year was my absolute favorite, but I would probably have to say my sophomore year. I grew up learning Bharatanatyam and folk dance, and my sophomore year we did a bamboo dance, which was the most unique dance I've ever done. The boys held the sticks, the bamboo sticks, and we jumped back and forth, and at the end, we got a little revenge on them. We held the sticks and they had to try to not hurt their ankles as they jumped through.
My best memory from IASA was helping to organize the first Gandhi Day of Service back in 1996. It was a huge undertaking, and we were able to get so many students from across the campus involved, and it's amazing to see that a day of service continues to this day.
So my favorite memory of IASA actually relates to the show. My sophomore year, I was the Diwali show coordinator and also choreographed a Bollywood dance. And at practice, I was going over a sequence of choreography, and there were two participants in the corner that were kind of looking at me, giving me a stank eye, talking amongst each other, laughing and whispering. And I was like, oh my God, who are these two girls? And then it continued, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think they're making fun of the choreography. This is hard choreography. It took me so long to do this, and they're making fun of it. Well, it turns out that those two girls ended up being my bestest friends, my total day ones, my ride or die. Both were in my wedding, and they are two of the people that know me the best.
IASA was probably one of the best experiences that I could have had in college. I feel like I got to meet so many kind, considerate people that I still talk with to this day. It gave me the opportunity to show off my culture, but also get a lot closer to it. And really just gave me lots of confidence. I got the opportunity to talk with so many new people all the time. Dance on a huge stage in front of thousands of others. So it was really just a great growing and learning experience for me.
Yeah, so IASA had a really, I think, huge and positive impact on my college experience. I did it first my sophomore year fall, and it was a really good way to meet a lot of people, a lot of folks from a similar cultural background, I think at a place like Michigan where it's so big, it was nice to have that community of people. We all got very close and stayed friends throughout all of college. And those friendships are still lifelong. I mean, I graduated a couple of years ago, and still people I see on a regular basis whenever I'm in the same town as them, or visiting the same cities. And so the bonds that you form, I think, in those practices and like those bondings are truly, I think, last a lifetime. And it definitely played a huge role in my college experience because, again, coming in early, right, you are trying to meet people, trying to make friends. And I think it was a really easy way to do that. And then two, I think it played a really big role for me in the sense it gave me a space to, I think, reconnect with my culture on campus, right? I think growing up pretty culturally Desi or Indian, I think it's a really important part of who I am, and it was really nice to be in the community of people that also, I think, cherished that and wanted to contribute to that. So can't speak more highly about the experience.
The show theme that stood out to me was the 2019 show of Kahani, or storytelling. And I really resonated with this theme because I am a big fan of storytelling, and then on top of that, this was the show that I was logistics coordinator for, so I put in a lot of work on the logistics side, just trying to figure out what time everyone's gonna get on, who's gonna dance, and it really made me learn like all the specifics of the show, so that became almost like a child to me.
The show that meant the most to me was Salacia, 2013, The Power of Duality. I had the opportunity to be the show coordinator for this show, and I got to work with an amazing co-coordinator and an amazing ISA board and show core. We really took our time to dive into the power of duality, thinking about how we can combine light with cameras, with action on stage. We put together an amazing production with over 240 dancers, a sold-out Hill auditorium of over 3,000 people, and we had 25 amazing choreographers who did a fantastic job organizing 10 dances. I really enjoyed that show the most because it taught me so much about myself, about what I like, what I'm good at, what I maybe dislike, or where my opportunities are. And it's translated in so many ways to project management and being a professional in this day and age. Endless amounts of value and effort have come out of being a member of ISA and being a member of the show corps and the board.
For me, this one's pretty easy. This was Vijay, our Rise to Victory. The original inspiration for that show theme was a phoenix rising from the ashes. This was the first show that we had following the onset of the COVID pandemic, and that idea of ISA not only rising back from the ashes, but rising as something new, as something better, I think was really encapsulated in that show theme. And so that show theme really sticks out to me the most.
In one word, ISA to me means family.
Phenomenal. Memorable.
Without question, friendships.
Community.
Interconnections.
Community.
Friendship.
Family.
Community.
Passion.
Home.
Connection.
Fun.
Community.
Community.
Friendship.
Home.
Community. Passion.
Family.
Family.
Family.